Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so glad to be back here. It is my first video of 2019 and I am so excited. I took a little break there, recharged, got some ideas, and we are back and better than ever. And I'm so excited for the things that are going to come in 2019. But the first thing I want to do in 2019 is I think it's really important as you move forward in your life to not just blindly move forward, but to look back and to reflect on the choices you made and the things you went through, and look back, reflect, learn from them, and then move forward. So that's what I want to do today. I went through my Instagram and made notes of every month of 2018, and I just want to go back through my year and kind of recap it, do a little reflection on 2018, and then we're gonna move forward after this with 2019 and all the good things that are gonna come there. So I am super excited to do this. It was definitely interesting to look back on my year. So I have my phone here and I took some notes, and you guys are gonna want to be sticking around for the next few months. I have some great video ideas planned and you guys are not gonna miss it. So hit that subscribe button down below, like this video if you like it, and we're just gonna get on into the video. So January, I started off my year at Passion Conference in Atlanta, and it was just like such a high note to start my year on. I really enjoyed it. I really loved it. It was my first Passion Conference, and it just really set a direction for the beginning of my year that was so great. I loved every moment of it. January 2018 was when we discovered Greenville. We took a ton of trips to Greenville at the beginning of 2018, and I really enjoyed it. I really think I lived my best life in Greenville. Like it's just my vibe. Like discovered my favorite breakfast place. Just honestly lived my best life in Greenville 2018. Like best months of my year spent in Greenville. I love Biscuit Head. That's pretty much the whole reason. So we really enjoyed that. And then so February came around and I got my first big girl job. I was an admin assistant. I hated every second of it. I worked there for a couple of months and said peace out to that because it was every second I hated it. It was awful. That sounds really bratty, but it was like the worst experience of my life. Would not recommend. So then March happened and we had 180 weekend, which was this weekend where I basically housed 16 girls in my living room, and we went to this church event, and it was just the best weekend of my life. It also started to get warmer. You know when you come out of winter into spring and just your mood lifts. I really think that spring 2018 I lived my best life. All the Greenville trips happened, all the things. Adam was still in Clemson, so I was traveling a lot up there, and we would go to Greenville, and we would just, it was just like the best, my best life. I used to say that fall's my favorite season, but I do struggle from seasonal depression, so when fall hits, it does affect my mood a lot. It makes my depression and anxiety harder, but when it starts getting warmer, it really like living my best life. So maybe spring's my favorite, but I have a lot of allergies, so maybe not. I don't know. So we went to 180. I got my first fiddle leaf tree, which does not seem like a big deal, you guys, but it's still alive, barely. And I just discovered my love of plants and just how much they boost my mood, even though I'm kind of allergic to them. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed getting my tree. It seemed like a big moment to me. And then we went to Cole Swindell with my sibling, and that was fun. And then me and Adam took our, not my first trip actually in the previous year, but my grandma was living in New Orleans, and me and Adam went to New Orleans, and it was just the best trip of my life, going to New Orleans, Adam. We had a blast. The beginning of 2018 really was our year of discovering how much we love traveling. We just enjoyed every second. That trip, I got the best Instagrams of my life, which sounds really ridiculous, but I did, and I loved every second of it. And so that was tons. We also went to Steeplechase, got all dressed up. That was a crazy day. I had to go to Steeplechase, do all that, which is like a horse race, but it was super fun. And then I had to go do makeup, and like that's when I really started doing like people's makeups for events and stuff, and I really fell in love with doing that. I love connecting with people that way. I still do makeup for people, so if you want me to do it, that's great. I'm not a professional makeup artist, but like if somebody wants to do that makeup, I will. I have fun. And then April, Easter happened. Easter is one of my favorite holidays, which sounds really weird because I super like Christmas or Thanksgiving. I really like Easter. It's springtime, you get all dressed up, you go to church, you sit in the afternoon with your family. I really like Easter. I'm a big fan of it. Me and Adam went kayaking for the first time, and that was so fun. We really got adventurous in the early months of this year, and I loved it. I mean, really, like, my best life was lived at the beginning of this year. I really need to get back to that, I think. And then more Greenville trips. We went to Greenville probably 20 times in the beginning of the year, and I don't regret a single moment of it. May, I went to camp, and I left for camp, and I also turned 20 at camp, and that was a lot of fun. That pretty much took up my May. Me and Adam had our anniversary in June, July, and then August came, and that is when I got really sick, and this is where my year just turned for the worse. The only good thing that happened in August is that is when I got my precious little pup Stumpy, and he was just a light in all of the crappy things that have been happening ever since. I mean, there are good moments in anything, but the last few months have been a hard month. I really do attest it to. I did go off of my antidepressant this past like 6 months, and it really is hard to not. I am not a person, I didn't like the way the antidepressant made me feel, but it did make me feel better. But the side effects to it were not ones that I personally, it was a trade-off. Like, it made me feel better, but I didn't like the side effects. And I think that has made, you know, living with OCD and anxiety and depression harder when you've made the decision that you don't want to go on medicines. And I am a big proponent. If you need medication, do it. It just wasn't the right decision for my life at that point. And there are times when I have to reevaluate that and decide if that's something I need to go back on. And as of right now, I am choosing not to. And we're gonna, especially as we're moving out of the cold months, maybe it's something that during the cold months I take it, but I do better when it's warmer outside with my seasonal depression. So we're just gonna see and play it by ear, but I do attest a lot of that to me going off medication, and it was rough, y'all. September, I started losing my hair and it got really thin, so I did get extensions, which really helped my confidence a lot. I took them out to help my hair grow, and I like my hair, so we're doing better. September is also when I started doing YouTube again. I quit doing YouTube at the beginning of 2018 because it was not the right choice for my life at the time, and I needed to get some other things in my life right before I was broadcasting my life to the world. And so I quit for about 8 or 9 months, and then I started again in September, and I have been consistently posting every week ever since, and I have loved every second of it. It was the best decision for my life and my channel to do that, and I am enjoying being back. So October, I love October. I love the fall. We did a lot of traveling October. We went to Nashville for the first time, me and Adam, and that was like the trip of my life. We had so much fun. Again, great Instagrams. This is also when we really fell in love with photography, and that has just kind of slingshotted the rest of 2018 for us and 2019, and we will get more into that in the next video because I have some surprises for you guys. And then November, Thanksgiving. That was actually fun. It was the best Thanksgiving of my life. November was really busy. I was working, but I really enjoyed Thanksgiving this year. It was really good. And then December was crazy, okay? We have a huge family, and just the holidays are insane. Our schedule was booked up, and I had probably the worst anxiety and depression of my life in December. I probably had like 10 panic attacks during December because of how stressed out I was, and I just never want to do that again. So me and my therapist are meeting next week, and we're going to talk about it because homegirl struggled during December, and we're going to start the new year of 2019 not that way because I could not do it again. But yeah, so overall, like, we kind of talked about the events of 2018 and like how that went, but 2018 I think was a year of me finding who I was, finding what brought me joy. I let go of some friendships in 2018 that were not good friendships for me, and it was really hard. I struggled with that for the vast majority of 2018, and I finally, towards the end of the year, came to peace with the fact that, you know, not everyone you lose in your life is a loss, and sometimes you have crappy friends and you need to let them go. I realize when people are really toxic for me, and I'm learning that. I'm learning when you need to get people in your life, and as I let those friendships go, God just gave me the best friendships and the best people in my life, and I'm so blessed. I really truly believe I have a foundation of friends and people who really love me and support me in everything I do, and I don't think I would be doing the things I'm doing in 2019 without them. And so that was a really growing experience, learning who I am. I didn't even talk about the fact that in May I got engaged. Oh, I just skipped that. I got engaged in May. Let's go back to that. This year I got engaged. So 2018 will always be special because I'm getting married. Why? How did I forget that on my write-up? That was, sorry Adam, just not important, I guess. But yeah, 2018. It was a hard year, but it was also a really, really good year.